Hey guys, Trisha here with PrettyLosers.com, and tonight we have a crazy show, crazy bunch of bitches up in here. Very first off, we have a special guest tonight. Her name is, I'm going to be able to say it tonight, Renee.
Hi. I forgot I could talk.
And we have Alicia who is stepping in for Nirvana tonight.
Hey everyone! Did I do it? Did I
You
do
did
it?
it, you did it. And then we have Christina and the dirty girl herself. Did someone say churro? Lena Cochina.
That's right, the
AKA.
churro girl.
No, it's
Oh,
Selena tonight.
yeah, tonight we're calling Lena Cochina the Lena.
Alrighty then.
And she's going to bust out with a song later.
Okay.
Ay, ay,
Okay.
ay, como no puedes.
You're so silly.
Okay, so first things first, I just want to let everybody know that yes, Nirvana is fine. She did get released from the hospital yesterday. She had a bob last week. Was it last week?
Last week.
Yeah, last week. She was released from the hospital, in my opinion, probably a day too early, but she's pushy. She wanted to go home to be with her fur babies. And she was back in the hospital for dehydration and not being
Pain
able to,
management.
yeah, pain management. So she's now home with her babies. She did deactivate her Facebook for a few days because she just really needs to rest. She does appreciate all your love, support, but she really just needs to get better so we can get her back in the crazy mode.
Yeah, because we harassed her when she's on Facebook.
Yeah.
So she
So
needs to stay away from us for a couple of days.
yeah. So Nirvana, I know you're watching us, halfway awake, halfway asleep, being a platypus. But we love you and we miss you, so hurry up and get yourself better. So, other than that, tonight, what is our topic, Lena?
Our topic is basically surgeries gone wrong. Our guest had well, let our guest tell you her story. Renee,
Yes.
introduce yourself and let us know your journey when it started up to today. What's been going on?
Well, I started in '09. Well, I started before that researching, and I was 19 when I got the Lapband. And for about a year, it was good. And then after a year, my stomach had shrank. The fat around my stomach had changed, obviously, and there was no, they call it the sweet spot. Like, it's either way too tight or it doesn't feel like you have anything on there. And so I went from not being able to swallow my own saliva to basically not feeling like I had any restriction, which is the whole part of the lap band in general, is a restriction game. Um, People are a little fooled by what the lap band actually does. It creates an upper pouch, but it has nothing to do with your lower pouch. So if you eat enough, you can out-eat your band, which most people do. For the people that it works great for, it works great, and I am so happy for them. For the people, most people like me, end up having issues, and basically the top pouch, it's around, tightens it off, kind of like the bottom part of your large stomach, but it holds it up there for a little bit. It doesn't mess with your hunger sensation. You can still feel hungry, but you're full at the same time. It's a really weird sensation. But once it passes through that little grip, you can eat more again and fill your real stomach. So ultimately, it's more mind control than food control. So I struggled with that for about 5 years. I had it for 5 years total, but in the meantime, it was damaging my actual stomach. It had eroded into my stomach, and so at that point, it basically grew into my stomach. I'm trying to think what else. It was just painful because I couldn't tighten it because I wouldn't be able to eat, and then I couldn't loosen it because you have no restrictions. So it was a tough go. And I heard about the sleeve, which wasn't around when I had my Lapband. And the sleeve was very interesting to me. Excuse me. It did everything I wanted it to do without rearranging my depth. Because I don't know if for any of you, I think you guys are both bypass. I don't know about Christina or Trisha, but rearranging was really scary thought for me to do. It was a last resort. So I heard of plication. I don't know if you guys heard of that when you guys were doing some research, but up here in Washington, it's still a trial, so your insurance won't pay for it. It's where they actually roll your stomach into itself and then stitch it, so it's still there, but it takes up more of the room rather than taking it out. So basic, same thing, just they don't remove anything. So I got the sleeve in November of 2013, but in the meantime, in June, they removed my Lapband, and I guess the gal who did my Lapband had seen more damage than she portrayed. So when I asked her to convert to sleeve, she told me, lose 50 pounds, and then we can talk about it. And I said, okay, do it. I knew I wasn't going to be able to lose the 50 pounds. Obviously, if I could have, I wouldn't have been there in the first place. So my mission was to find another surgeon, basically, who would work with me and be honest. And out here, there's a hospital called Overlake, and they have a really great bariatric center. And I found the lead of bariatrics. Well, I made an appointment, and he left and opened his own practice down in California. So I didn't get to see him, but I saw his partner. And he seemed really cool. He put me on Belvite, which I guess is like a diet supplement pill. Maybe like a phentermine, but not as without the fen in it. So they put me on that. He put me on my liquid diet, or my pre-op diet. They even have me saying liquid diet now. Pre-op diet. And I didn't lose 40 pounds in 2 weeks, so he postponed it a whole nother 2 weeks, which pissed me off because 40 pounds in 2 weeks is a lot of weight to lose, in my opinion, even on a pre-op diet.
Yeah.
If I'm asking for help to lose weight, clearly there's going to be an issue losing 40 pounds in 2 weeks. So at that point, I was frustrated, but I stuck with him just because I thought he was good. And so he did the sleeve in November. So that was June, I had the removal. November, I had the sleeve. And when he went in, he said I was pretty tore up. There was so much scar tissue from the band. He couldn't do like the perfect sleeve or whatever he called it because it was misshapen from the scar tissue and the erosion, and like she left it basically like a mess and didn't tell me. I also had a 4 centimeter hiatal hernia that I didn't know about.
You had a what? I'm sorry.
4 centimeter hiatal hernia, which is pretty large in the hernia world, but for no one to ever tell me was kind of odd. And I found out before my surgery, so I had asked him when he had done if he fixed my hernia, and he said he didn't have one. So that worried me too. And right after sleep, kind of like Nirvana's thing, I went home, and then I had dehydration and pain control. I couldn't get, the pain wasn't my main concern, but it was dehydration. I was in, weekly for hydration for fluids I went in. They put me on a PICC line. I went in 3 times a week for vitamins and fluid, and it was like 4 hours a day. And I just sat there and was hooked up to the IV just so I can get my vitamins and fluid in that week. And his office was horrible. They basically would say, okay, we'll just go into the ER and get your fluids, So I went to my primary care for help for the hydration and things, and that's when I got on the PICC line. And because I'm a really hard IV stick anyway, and doing it 3 times a week was just too much on my body. So at that point, I was vomiting every day. I couldn't barely eat. I didn't really have an appetite, but I like food, so that's hard. Which brought me to researching for a new surgeon to go in and correct what had been done, which was something I didn't really even know, unfortunately. So I had to reach out to my insurance company because they only cover at Blue Distinction Centers. And I found Dr. Chang at Virginia Mason, and I went in and I told her my whole story, and she said, let's open you up, basically. She has a surgeon's mind, so she was interested. And after surgery, I had surgery, what was it, January 22nd of this year. And basically she reshaped my sleeve and rerouted part of my intestine. So I'm kind of a hybrid between a bypass and a sleeve, which she's never done before. But my intestines were pretty messed up from like the other issues I was having. I had really bad reflux that was like deteriorating where my caloric valve is. My caloric valve wouldn't close anymore. So she had to fix that, and then she reshaped it so it was more like it should have been without the scar tissue. She took out the scar tissue. And after surgery was good. I hadn't vomited in over 2 months, and then at the beginning of March, every time I ate hurt. It felt like I was swallowing glass every time it hit my stomach. And that's kind of where I'm at now. I went in and got a J-tube in my nose for feeding tube. And then because that was, I was on it for 2 or 3 weeks, they put me on a J-tube in my intestines in my stomach. And I'm on a PICC line now for hydration and antiemetics. So I go in twice a week for fluids and anti-nausea medicine through IV. And I'm on my anti-nausea medicine at home. But it's hard to get under control. And today has been a tough day. I just want to sleep a lot of the time. It hurts, so just kind of just want to sleep it away. But when you're not tired, you can't sleep. So that's my story right now.
So can we go back to a couple years back to when you had your band? What is it that you felt that you knew something was wrong, and why did it take 5 years for something to be done?
Well, so nothing was really wrong. Okay, so like the first year I lost about 50 pounds, which is average for band. After that, it's a lot of maintenance until you find your sweet spot while you're losing with the band. You go in all the time for fills and unfills, and it's a lot of maintenance. And so I was doing that. I was going in for fills, and then it would be too tight, so I'd go in for a little bit of an unfill, and it'd be way too loose. And we just kind of realized that at that point, I'm going to have to use more head than band. And I was the one who delayed 5 years of I kind of just gave up at that point because I knew I knew I could either take it out or another surgery wasn't an option for me at the time. I don't know why I never even thought of it, like a revision. I never thought of revision ever, actually, until I got online and realized that that's a thing. I guess I didn't know that was a thing, that you could just go get something different.
So how long would you say you were basically without a fill? How long was your Lapband basically empty?
Like 4.5 years, probably.
Wow, okay.
Maybe more.
So I have a question. How do you, and maybe it's just me, I don't know a lot about the band, so I have no idea. But how can you tell can you tell like if it's tight or loose?
Oh yeah, the minute you swallow, because your stomach's high, right? So you know when you have a lot of restriction with your pouch.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of the same thing, except with the band, it's so much more. It's so much more testy because it's so high, and your food will like come back up right away. Like you get those sliminess, and it just doesn't go down, or you feel like really bad pressure, and you're just like an elephant on your chest, like on your throat, like where your stomach is, and you have to like move around to like make it come out. Or if you like lean forward, it'll just come out. Like your body definitely knows. And your band is like silicone, so in the morning it's tighter. So in the mornings you like have to drink something warm to like loosen it up. Just tighten it.
Yeah, that's why when you go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, so, that's why when you go get it filled, they literally have you sit there and drink water.
Yeah.
And if the water goes down really fast, they fill more.
Right.
And if it like feels like it's gonna come up, they remove some. And
right.
So it's,
and that's if they do it over a barium swallow. They can do it, and you drink barium, which is like Maalox basically, and they watch it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, they will fill you like half a cc, and then you sit up, you drink water, and they ask how it feels basically, because you can definitely feel it when you swallow anything at that point. When you have the band, you feel it.
So for 4.5 years, when you had nothing in your band, were you sick at all? I mean,
I had GI issues. Like I had my gallbladder removed. I didn't feel very well, but that was because it had been eroded, which I didn't know about.
Okay.
So it made my stomach.
Well, that's why I was asking if you felt anything, because if it was eroded,
I've always had like stomach aches my whole life, so I didn't like ever think twice really, because I've just been kind of like a nauseous person. So
yeah, I am too. I'm always sick, like with something. So.
Yeah, something's always wrong with my guts. So I never really thought twice about it, to be honest with you.
Okay, so basically, kind of like what I'm getting out of it is like your body just didn't like the Lapband.
My body doesn't like anything, apparently.
So, do you think it was like your surgeon, like your first surgeon, did they botch you? I mean, did they just not do what they were supposed to? I mean, to go in and say that you had a hernia and then he said you didn't have a hernia.
That was just a surgeon. And I don't know. Like, sometimes I feel like she might have, but then how do I know?
I don't know. Like, to me, it just sounds like she just kind of fucked you up. I mean,
that's kind of what I think too. But then at the same time, how would I ever
prove it?
I mean, you can't really prove that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But
and I signed the form. It's an elective. It's cosmetic. It's not medically necessary. Well, you get what I'm saying.
Totally. Yeah, it sounds like, I mean, for them to say that you had a hernia, but they didn't see the hernia or whatever, I don't know. That made me crazy. Like, how come one person see that and then the next person not, you know?
And my surgeon, this surgeon, the one I'm dealing with now, she said she saw it, but it's a sliding one, so she can't fix it, because if she fixes it there, it just moves somewhere else. But once you lose weight, they go away generally.
Oh, okay.
So it's because of weight, it presses it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you slowly lose pounds, they generally subside themselves.
So do hernias usually hurt you, or it just doesn't hurt?
It's like an acid reflux thing.
Oh.
It's like most people who have them have acid reflux.
Okay.
Maybe that's why I have acid reflux.
Probably. That's very, very common from what I hear from the surgeons.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know. When they did my gastric bypass, they didn't know I had a small hernia until they removed my.
Did you have reflux at that time?
Yeah, big time.
Did they fix it while they were in there, or did they?
No, they didn't know, and they didn't see it. And then, but when I had my paniculectomy, they saw it, and he repaired it.
Or maybe you didn't have it till afterwards. Maybe you got it till afterwards.
That's true.
Yeah, because I've heard people getting hernias after surgery.
Yeah.
So maybe you got it after your RNY.
Yeah. Or it just appeared because mine is a sliding, so it goes in and out when I'm in a different position.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
When I lay on my back, it's really prominent.
Yeah.
And on my side, it's not so much.
So whenever you had your VSG / RNY
Yeah.
or whatever. We'll just call you a hybrid. So when you had that, how long ago was that?
January 22nd.
Okay. 1 year?
This year.
Oh,
So
wow. Wow.
I'm still fresh out.
Because they fixed her. She had her sleeve and they messed her up. So they fixed her and made her into a hybrid.
Oh, you had a sleeve and then, wow. Okay, now I get you.
Yeah.
Because they
You've
totally
had
messed
3
her up.
surgeries
Yes.
for weight loss.
So
Okay.
when you had your sleeve, what issues did you have?
That's when I met you.
Her
Yeah,
sleeve looked like this.
It did. It did.
Yeah.
Well, and I do know that because I've known Renee for a little while now, and I know that she had a lot of GI issues and couldn't eat much, and
After when I got the sleeve, it was just nothing settled right. I'd vomit every day. I couldn't keep liquids down very well. And then,
you didn't lose very much with
well,
the
I lost 30.
That's it?
That's it.
with the sleeve.
Yep.
And
Where-
you would think with all the vomiting and everything, she would
Yeah.
have lost more. But her body needs the energy and stuff, so she's not gonna lose the
Gotta
weight because
grab
she's
onto
throwing up and
You're
everything.
the
So it's
only
like grabbing
person
on.
I've ever talked to who knows that happens. Everybody's like, why don't you lose weight? Well, because your body freaks out and needs everything.
Yeah.
It knows I'm
onto
going
it.
to vomit right away, so it holds on to everything I do.
Exactly. It needs all those nutritions, all that.
So what was your starting weight?
Huh?
What was your starting weight? Like pre-Lapband?
375.
And where are you at now?
I weighed into it at 318, I think.
So all that, and you've had to fight, like literally fight for what you have in your body. Crazy to me.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to know, like, how does it make you feel? Like, seriously, how does it make you feel that, I mean, we've had these conversations before, that you only lost 30 pounds with the sleeve, and like, I want to know, how does it make you feel when you know,
I feel
to
frustrated, but
you
at the same time, I feel like there's a reason for it.
Mm-hmm.
Since January, though, I have dropped 50. So it seems like I'm on the right track now. It hasn't been fun. It's definitely a bumpy road, and I'm still fighting complications, but I'm still kind of losing, so that's a positive. I definitely get frustrated some days. It's just like discouraging, more or less. And I see people who have surgery on my same day, and they're like, "Oh, we're just almost hit 100," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, f you," but congratulations at the same time. Because it's nothing.
It's okay to say that, seriously.
Yeah, and it's
It
nothing they're doing. And it's my journey is going to be completely different than anybody else's, so you can't compare. But that's all we ever want to do.
Yeah,
Of course,
exactly.
yeah.
Now let me interrupt her here because I'm getting
One
emotional
negative
just
about
thinking
that.
about this. But I have to say that Renee is one of the most positive persons I know. Like, seriously, she sometimes gets on my nerves in a good way. Because,
You're funny.
okay, look
I'm
at
not all that positive.
you guys. Oh, stop. Okay, let me put an example here. So you guys could just imagine. Well, you guys don't have to imagine. You guys now know her story, and you guys could imagine her pain. So we're talking, and whoa, what's up, girl? Oh, nothing. I have a little stomach ache. Oh my God, Lena, I'm so sorry. I hope you feel better. Like, really, really, really. Like, she's always so positive and always caring about everybody else and stuff. It's like crazy. So the other day she's always asking about me and asking about my husband and stuff. And she's like, so how's he doing? I was like, oh, he's fine. He has this, he has that. And she's like, oh my God. Da, 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 da. I was like, what? I was like, I personally would be like, yeah, poor guy. Yeah, I know. I have my own pain. I know. She's never like that. She's all like, everybody has their own pain. Everybody's pain is different. Everybody deserves sympathy. Everybody did. I'm like, I would be like, fuck you. I'd be like, I'm in pain. You just smashed your toe. I'm in pain all day. And she's so not like that. Like,
But I would never want anybody to treat me like that, so I try not to do that.
I know, but it's not about treating anybody. Like, you would never do that. What I'm saying is, like, you're here in pain, like literally in that second you're like in excruciating pain, but you're like, oh my God, I hope you feel better. You know, that really, really, I'm gonna pray for you and stuff. I'm like, she's like so positive. Like, she's so worried about my gallbladder and stuff. I'm like,
She is, and you know that's the thing with her. Like I said, I've known her for a while now, and she's always like, if you think something's wrong, you need to fight, and you need to fight, and you need to, you know, talk to the. I mean, like, she's so worried about everybody else, and it's like, hello, what about what you're going through? And I see her, and I'm like, hello, what?
What's her answer to that? All this is happening for me for a reason. God chose me for this to happen for a reason. I'm all like, he already chose for that to happen the first time. You need a break. It's somebody else's turn. But she's like, no, this is all
not
happening.
once, not twice. I mean, not
Three
twice,
times.
but 3 times.
Yeah.
Third time's a charm, right?
Oh my God. Like, totally. Like, there's a saying in Spanish to say when you see everything colored pink, like ves todo color de rosa, that's her right there. Like, she doesn't see stuff black or white. She sees everything pink.
Yeah.
Like,
And
everything
it
pink.
is. I can say this. I love Renee. I love Renee, and it's annoying sometimes. It's like,
In a good way, though. In a good way.
yes. You know, in a good way. But it's like, get mad, Renee. Get mad.
Yes.
I have.
I know, but no.
And that's
like,
why I've had
I'm really getting mad though.
But
yeah,
I have.
no.
And that's
But you
why
know
I've
what?
gone
You know
back
what?
in.
I'm very thankful that you are that way, because if you were not that way and going through what you're going through, you would have gave up a long time ago.
And I did for a good year. I gave up, and it sucked. But
yeah, and you're a fighter. So
yeah,
if you would be like me, be negative and all like for where would you be at right now?
And she does for everything.
I do.
Not bad.
But I'm serious. Like, you're so positive, and you're like, this is happening for a reason. It's okay. My pain is at a 10.5, but later on it's gonna be a 5, and I'm gonna be okay. Like, that's always your,
Because if you
whatever
don't
it's
think
called.
that way, like you said, you give up. It's hard.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I thank God that you are that way, because holy shit, who would not, it's a very low percentage of people that would have gave up, kept going, and I would have gave up. I would have gave up.
I don't
you know what I mean?
That.
I would be like, just take my stomach out, just do whatever, I don't care no more.
Oh my God, when I went to the hospital like 3 weeks ago, with this damn tube, I told the hospital nurse if she didn't take the tube out, I was pulling it out. And she's like, I'm going to get the doctor in here. I'm like, you better, because it's coming out either by your hand or by my hand.
Yeah, I know.
So what, I mean, I already know, but tell everyone, like, as far as the support, who's, like, close to you? Who's your biggest support? Like,
my Casey bug.
Your who?
Casey, my boyfriend.
Her baby.
He's my honey.
And your crazy cats?
Oh yeah, they're assholes. It's great though. I have a cat named Milton and Moo.
And your ghost? What about your ghost?
Yeah. He's kind of annoying though. He was standing in front of my fan a lot today. I was trying to sleep.
No, she has ghosts. I'm not kidding you.
I do too.
She does.
Nina has ghosts.
My parents.
A lot of ghosts.
Awesome. My whole family is great, and you guys. I mean, I have a really good support system in place. It's hard. I love all you bitches, but Casey's been amazing. I've offered to leave many of times because it's not got to be fun for him. And
he loves you though.
I know, and I know that very clearly now because who would go to the hospital at 3 a.m. 800 times a year otherwise.
Yeah.
That makes me want to cry. Seriously.
He's amazing.
He loves you and can tell every time. I mean, tell. You
How long
both
have you
are
been together?
7 years, 8 years, a long time.
Yeah, no, I get very emotional every time I think about my girl. Every time I talk about her all the time with my honey and with my sister, and they, they know about her and everything, and my honey knows about her, always asking about him and having so much sympathy for him, even though what she's going through and stuff. And I get emotional when I think about it. I do. I get very emotional because, like I said, if I was in your situation, I wouldn't be as strong as you are. And like sometimes I feel down or whatever for whatever I'm going through, and I talk to you, and you're like so positive about everything, and everything's happening for a reason, everything. And then I turn around and my honey thinks the same thing. Things happen for a reason. I'm like, God, you guys both kind of.
It's hard to think that way though. Sometimes I'm like, really? Well, thank you for that. Let's just kick me while I'm down. But we all have to have negative feelings. I mean, that's part of nature. If you didn't, then there would be probably a problem.
Yeah.
But,
I think you have a problem though, girl. I've never heard you bitch or moan or anything.
Yeah, you have. I have.
Not really. Not really. You're so fucking cool, I swear to God.
I feel
You're
like
too
I
cute.
a lot.
She has just a little bit, but not like we have.
Not for what she's going through. We whine like that if we smash our finger. Come on now.
Yeah. No, not like us. No, she has not complained like us.
No.
I think Lena wants to make out with you. You better watch out.
I already have.
He's a really floppy kisser. I just want you to know.
That red lipstick might stay, and I'm pretty white.
And
Just so you know, we and her have actually slept in the same bed, so.
And probably will in June again.
Okay,
Yeah.
you just better watch it because I know for a fact that Alicia likes to cuddle, and she always wants to be the little spoon, and that's the big spoon.
Okay, but no, because when she comes, she's gonna get my bed all to herself because I will be in the chair because I will have had my surgery. So.
And I'm like 6 feet tall, so I have to be the big spoon all the time, basically.
I want to be the little spoon because that's the only place I ever get to be little.
I want to be the napkin.
That holds them together.
Just stay away from Trisha's butt because she makes fart a lot. I'm just saying.
I do.
That's very kind of you.
Dang it, I just want to be somebody's spoon.
She just wants a spoon to be able to eat something right now that she's on her liquid diet.
Christina's like, did somebody say pudding?
I know.
She's like, she's going to call her doctor tomorrow and be like, why didn't you tell me I can't eat fucking pudding?
My theory after surgery was if I could chew it enough to get it liquid in my mouth, it was a liquid diet.
Seriously. Oh, man. Nirvana the other day, she's like, if I eat a Quest chip and let it dissolve in my mouth, I'm like, no. It doesn't count.
That's hilarious because we don't even like Quest chips. They're like
cardboard. It don't matter what it is.
When you're hungry, you hungry. Like you.
No, those cheese nips or whatever you guys have now. Yeah.
Oh, the little cheese crisp, right?
Okay, Lena, get over the cheese. I need to send you these fucking cheese crisps. So you'll just.
Hey,
what you have?
I'm still waiting for my kale chips.
Oh crap! I need to send you some. I'm gonna write myself a note right now. Send Lena kale chips.
And is still in back order, Lena.
What?
Send her those cheese crisps. She wants some cheese crisps.
Yep.
And whatever. Hey, you cute little woman over there with the with the churro product.
Me?
The churro lady.
Churro products my way, please.
Oh, you're talking about her. Oh, look what I got. A popsicle delivery.
I will send you 2 bags.
I already ate 2.
I think this is my 5th popsicle today.
Oh, I already had 4.
Okay, we talking about churros and not popsicle.
Yeah, this is a girl that gained 3.5 pounds this week talking about churros.
Yeah, but how much did you lose last week?
Okay, so recap in like
You're trying to average it out.
a 1 minute. So I was in the stall for over 3 months. Then the week before my wedding, I didn't jot anything down on my Fitness Pal, and there was days that I wouldn't really eat anything, which was bad, and then there was days when I would just eat whatever, and it was bad. And I broke my stall, and I lost like 8 pounds in those 2 weeks.
Damn.
And then I got back on track this week, and I gained 3.5.
Because you
How is
tricked
that?
your body. You gotta, what do they call it? Carb cycling?
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to go back to eating carbs, see if I lose weight again. I'm just kidding. I know it sucks. But anyways, back to the show. No more about me. No more about me. Renee, my beauty. What else do you want to fill in here about your journey, my dear?
I play with my J-tube sometimes.
Oh, you kinky bitch.
Yeah.
It's actually very disgusting. I was just looking at it because I took showers, so I had to rewrap it or whatever.
I don't remember exactly. It's been, how long has it been? A year or whatever since I stopped working there. But, oh, well, actually, yeah, but I was doing, okay, when I was a pharmacy tech doing that,
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember, how often do you have to flush the
I flush every 4 hours. It's different for everybody.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm on,
Flush. I
because
don't understand.
so my toleration rate is really low because once it goes in, it expands like your intestine or your stomach or whatever because you're putting food into it. Well, my stomach's so sensitive. Well, my intestine is so sensitive that they have me on 40 milliliters an hour only, so it's so slow. So I'm on it 24 hours a day. Obviously not right now because today I've been eating. That's new for me. I've been able to eat for the past few days, so I haven't had to be on my tube. If I can eat for 2 to 3 weeks, she'll take it out. So that's.
I hope so.
So you can, with that, that's the question I had, like, with that, you can eat, drink, and stuff?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the.
Just because it's in my intestine. Like, it's just, like, your intestine wall is here, and it's just inserted right here.
Oh, okay.
And that's so you can get the nutrients that you need, or what?
Yeah, it's everything. It's vitamins, nutrients. It's like a formula.
Yeah.
So they come in little Tetra packs, like your Premier Proteins.
Oh, okay.
And I pour it in a
syringe.
No, I don't do the syringe because I can't bolus it. I have to be on the bag.
Okay. Oh.
So I have an IV drip basically at home. It's a little machine. And I hang the bag, I put my formulas in it, and I hook it up to my tube, and it's like an IV in my stomach, basically. That drips very slowly all day to get the 5 cans of formula in. But like I said, I've been eating, so I haven't been on the drip. Now, when I'm on the drip, I have to flush, which means I take the feed out, I cap it off, and I flush water through it. I flush like 200 cc's of water through it, just to make sure it's not getting clogged, make sure it's clean, you know.
Yeah, because if that sucker gets clogged up, no bueno.
No, I heard you got to go into the radiologist and they put it under scope and they have to either remove it and put a new one in or clean it out by physical. I mean, I guess I could show you guys if you wanted what it looks like.
Show and tell.
Yay.
Can't really see much. So.
Oh yeah, keep going down, baby. Keep going down.
They ended up having to cut me open for it.
Okay.
And then this is where like a little deflatable, like a ball, like you can blow into it. And then that's where the balloon is. So the balloon is what actually holds it in place. And if that deflates, it can pop out. But what they do is they push your intestine up to your muscle wall and tack it up, and then the balloon holds the thing in place like a bobbly. And then the tube comes out of your fat and your skin. There's like 4 layers it goes through, and then it comes out.
I'm glad they got your right size from the get-go, because I had patients that they had a size, and then like 2 or 3 weeks, their incision was too big and they had to put a bigger one in there. And
Well, this is the only size they had.
yeah, you told me.
Yeah, she said it just fit fine. So, I mean,
That's
it could have
good.
been short, it's like just right.
So once you can start like eating and drinking regularly, then it can come out. Is that how it works?
Yep.
Yeah. Once I'm getting enough nutrients on my own, she will take it out. But she said she wants me to be doing that for at least 2 to 3 weeks before she takes it out, just to make sure. Because A, I won't let her do another surgery. B, I'm sure she doesn't want to do another surgery on me. And once it's out without surgery. So
Yeah.
it's just making sure I'm tolerating
Right.
food again, basically.
Yeah, you gotta re-nourish your body.
Yeah, it sounds like you finally got a doctor and a surgeon that like knows what they're doing
Yeah.
and is able to do what you need them to do. And that's awesome.
Because I've been hospitalized 3 times since the tube, or twice, because, well, first was pain control. Oh my god, I thought I was dying. Every time I touched it, every time I looked at it or thought about it, it hurt so bad. And they think my nerves were just hypersensitive when they got it in, because I have a nerve condition also, so they get hypersensitive. So anytime it got touched, I was losing my shit. Like, that was when I told the doctor I was taking it out, whether he would or I would. It was coming out that night. And they admitted me for pain control and just to get me on a good regimen. And then the second time, or after about a week being home, I felt like I could do it on my own. I was just didn't feel good at all. I just needed the help, I guess. And I called her and I told her that, and she's like, "All right, we'll come in." And she admitted me and let me stay for like 3 or 4 days to get me on a good regime with medications and like nutrition and things like that, like getting my tolerate back up to 40 an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, and if you would have called her during all of this shaboom, and you would ask her, "How are you doing?" "Oh, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty
No,
good."
I'm pretty honest with her. Well, I'm honest with everybody. That sounds really shitty. I'm honest in the fact that I will tell her I need help or I'm not doing well. Like, tonight I'll probably have to email her because I almost passed out in the shower. I have really sharp stabbing pains under my left breast again.
I told you we couldn't smell you. You didn't have to go in the shower. Now I feel like it's my fault.
I can smell you.
I always smell you, so I don't really know.
Trisha got like lavender and lollipops.
And cupcakes and churros.
And churros and cupcakes and Selena's.
Yes.
So hopefully you'll get to be able. Is there anything like that you can't necessarily? I know you said you can't really keep anything down, but is there anything like meat or
like meat? I don't really eat a lot of meat. I like cheese.
Yeah.
Cheese is good. Cottage cheese and Greek yogurts are good for me. What else? I was doing pretty well before all this. But pretty much, I was on a full diet again. I can eat like chicken. If I do eat meat, it needs to be moist. That's a huge thing for me. It can't be very dry.
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of a common ground with weight loss.
I think so too. Yeah. So as far as like whenever you started having the problems with the lap band, do you think it was like because of your diet, or do you think it was just something that the lap band just wasn't doing for you?
Both.
Both.
Absolutely both. The lap band is 90% mind over matter. I mean, I ate around it just like probably half the people do with the band because that's what it's made to do. Oh,
Yeah.
You could eat around iron, wine, sleeve too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything. Yeah, totally. My friend, actually, she's had lap band probably for a good 10 years, and she's having to have hers removed because it's starting to erode.
Yep.
And it's messing up her esophagus.
Lori. She's on my Facebook, and she just had hers removed, and she's had hers forever, and she got to go wait, and it has been great for her, but causing troubles for the past year or so, I think.
Yeah. I guess, a lot of people that I know have had the Lapband that I guess whenever it first came out, um, they ran and they got it, and those people that were the first to get it, they've had a lot of problems. But I'm hoping that it's just kind of improved. But you don't
So
hear a lot of people getting it.
never changed.
Huh?
The problem with the Lapband is it's never changed. It's the same as it will be. There's nothing to improve on, unfortunately. That's why I was so worried for Nirvana, especially when she went back in, saying she wasn't feeling good, and my heart sunk for her because I just know what can be from the pain of the Lapband. I mean, it can be miserable on a daily basis. But like I said, for the people it works for, it works great, and that's love. Like any weight loss surgery. I mean,
Yeah.
what banded Wendy? I mean, her success is amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, she did
She's
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
is very determined now too, and a lot of people don't do all the work like she does.
Well, I
Yeah.
think that for Nirvana, it was like it was either stay how she was,
No, and
with, this was the only other option for her because the other ones were way too invasive.
has she been stalled or something?
She's been stalled since August of last year.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
And she's a beast. Like there's nothing stopping her. Like
Yeah.
I don't know any, like, and I say this weirdly, I know, like, skinny person that works as hard as she does. I mean, yeah, I don't live with her, but I know what she eats because I see her. I know she's working out because I see it. She's always trying to do. I'm not gonna say that she's not. She's hasn't messed up and had, like, a cupcake like Alicia here or a cheesecake, but.
You have to have real life, though. You can't.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
That
But it is hard. Like, it is hard when you, like, for me, I haven't lost in over a year. Also, yeah, no, I haven't lost. I've been pretty much the
It
same.
goes by really fast for me.
Yeah, it's been the same, and it is very difficult. But
It's very discouraging.
Absolutely.
it is. And
I'm hoping this is her ticket.
I think
Yeah,
it will
all
be, as long as she can heal and, like, get on the pain,
and
get that pain subsided, then she's gonna be golden.
I'm wondering, the Lapband for me, I was out for 3 days and was back to work. Like, it was so easy for me. I don't know if it was mind over matter or if because my stomach was a virgin stomach at the time. She's had a procedure, so it's very different.
They had to sew into her, they had to cut muscles and then sew them back.
Right.
So that's another thing, it's like cutting and sewing of muscles.
no.
Do what?
Was it laparoscopic or open?
Yeah,
Laparoscopic.
Laparoscopic, yeah.
Yeah, well, they have to sew the port to your outer muscle, so if that makes sense. That's what they do. They have to. The port gets sewn. Mine was on my right side, but they sew it to your outer muscle, and then that way they can access it. So it's under the skin, but it's a little jelly thing.
Yeah.
That's sewn to your muscle, and that I should tell her just be careful with, because if you lean up against the counter funny and you forget about it, it tinges it like it.
Very painful.
Yeah, it can be really uncomfortable. But I think you're right. That was the most painful part about it for me. But
yeah, that's where she's struggling a lot right there.
Yeah, and that makes sense because it's muscle. It's a lot.
Yeah,
longer.
you have to be very careful when you get a port. Like my patients, they got ports and were very active. Like had to stop. Like I had a patient that had to stop playing soccer because if you would get hit by the ball or whatever, like you could do some serious damage.
Yeah.
So they had to totally change their life around after getting a port in.
I know.
And there's a lot of people out there that need to get infused, like for the rest of their life, like once a month or whatever. They have ports, and they just it's hard. You have to like readjust.
I could choose a port or a PICC line because my last PICC line slipped into my jugular vein and made my neck have a blood clot. So if they were to pull the PICC line right away, it would have went into my heart or to my lungs. So it was my choice.
I've never had a PICC line. I don't really know what a PICC line is.
Scary.
a permanent
Scary.
IV, basically. It goes into your artery,
Okay.
And to your heart.
over your heart, yeah.
Oh,
I've
wow.
had a PICC line in, and my
It
veins are
just
so
pumps you up
small
to
that
the
they
IV.
were what is it called,
Dilate.
dilating when they were
Yeah.
trying to get. Usually a PICC line takes about 15, 20, 30 minutes to put
1
in.
to 2
Mine
hours.
took about an hour and a half. No, about 2 hours and a half or something like that to put in.
Oh, wow.
And they had to put so much lidocaine in me to keep numbing me that I was like seeing stuff. It was crazy.
They almost-
And then once I've had my PICC line in, after a couple of hours, I got a damn blood clot. After a couple of hours, I'm not talking about 10, 11, 12 hours. I'm talking about I had it that night, and I woke up in the middle of the night with my arm like, whoa, from a blood clot. Like,
PICC lines aren't very fun. They're not very safe, but it's a better alternative to a port right away.
yeah.
Why did you have a PICC line, Lena?
I was in the hospital, and excuse me, I was in the hospital, and I have really bad veins, so I kept getting phlebitis on my veins. So like all my arms were like not one here, one here, one here. I mean completely black. Ew, my nasty arms. Completely black from all the phlebitis. Kept getting phlebitis and stuff, like all my arms, everything. So
You just
it was
infiltrating. That's
Yep.
what happened to me.
Yep. So I needed to get my antibiotics in through veins because through mouth wasn't gonna work for me, so they had to put a PICC line in. And then
Was that your RNY?
No. This was years
okay.
ago. And then when they had, of course, they had to take that PICC line out, and then they had to be careful. I had to get on my Lovenox and everything had to be there, taken care of for it not to go to my, lungs or my brain or whatever. And then I had another one put through here. I mean, just thinking about PICC lines, like, makes me all, oh, God. Horrible.
PICC lines are shitty.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what they were trying to do with Nirvana.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't get her,
midline.
if they didn't get her hydrated and she was going to come home, she needed to have a PICC line to keep hydrating her body, because you're not going to hydrate your body. If you're dehydrated, like severely dehydrated, this isn't going to help.
Yeah.
It's not going to help. It needs to be through your vein. So thank God that she got hydrated with a couple of days that she was there, and she didn't need to come home with the PICC line, because having a PICC line at home is a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
So, Renee, I have a question for you. Just looking back, having your 3 surgeries and everything that you've been through, is there anything that you would change? Would you, of course you've gone through so much, but just thinking back about it, like, is there a different decision you would have made?
It's so funny because even though it's been a rough road, I don't think so.
I knew that was going to be the answer.
Yeah.
I knew it.
Knowing what I know now, would I? Maybe.
Yeah.
But only if the outcome is what I ultimately want. No, I would do it again.
Yeah.
Trisha, do we have any questions?
We not any questions, just people saying hi.
I'm not very interested.
Nirvana apparently is on here. Nirvana. She said, "I'm here, ladies." She's probably asleep again. You ladies look gorgeous. Felicia says, "Hey girl, hey, I love you all. I'm 8 days post-op from my VSG, and she thinks she has a 3rd hernia at her incision site, and that's where her stomach was removed. She's getting it checked out tomorrow. She's been in extreme pain since day 1 post-op.
Yeah.
So, if she thinks she has a hernia, is that whenever it comes out of your skin? Like a belly button hernia?
A hernia comes through your muscles, though, so I would imagine it's probably a keloid, which is just scar tissue growing on the outside of your scar.
Oh, okay. Okay, I see.
But either way, if you're in pain, go to your doctor right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Especially being so close out to surgery.
They can help you if they catch it soon enough.
Veronica Lopez says, "Hey girls, hey, I love watching you all. You're an inspiration to this community." Hey girl. Michelle says, "Hey ladies, you ladies are wonderful. Miss Beautiful Alicia, I'm so proud of you." My mom is in the house. She was sick today. She had to go to the doctor to get a shot.
Aw. Hope you feel better, Mama.
She said Blake Shelton got her sick. The dog. Manny Revised Army Wife says, "Dang, I needed to be on this show. My lap band is long gone now." Huh. We should get you on and see what's going on with that. Penny R says, "Hi everyone." And Tony VSG says, "Dang, pick lines, they're no fun."
No, they're not.
No.
You got that right.
There's business. So. But yeah, I think that hearing your story is really important because you're a survivor, that's for damn sure.
You know, I think that I really do think that, you know, watching and talking and just being friends with Renee, and I think she just really shows us how, you know, positive that we have to stay. And I know that there's been times, like for myself, I've been so discouraged, and I'm like, I'm such a failure, and she's like, no, you're not, and I'm like, yes, I am. She's like, shut up, and yeah. So I mean, I think that we can all learn from her the fact that she's so positive, and it's like, how can you be so positive?
I always tell her if I could just be 10% of what you are, just 10%. Like, that would be more than enough.
You're sweet. That is there.
Lena is really emotional tonight, I can tell, because I think that's why you wear your Selena hat.
Yes. You'd be cool.
So
That's why I don't want
tell that you are.
You want to sing us a song now?
No.
Oh,
Y'all, what was my singing not good enough?
I know. Don't make her
Bitty
feel
bitty
bad.
bum bum.
There you go.
I know.
There you
See, come on, Lena. Selena, come on.
Selena forever. Selena por vida.
go.
Christina, where are you at? You're from Corpus Christi. Don't you know all the words?
Right?
No, can y'all see me?
No.
No, we can't see you.
Really?
Really, for reals.
I was gonna wear my
Can you
boots.
see me now?
I'm gonna
there you are.
send Lena churros so that she will come and sing at my wedding when I get married. So
Just don't ask me to plan your wedding, cause
no, I won't. I know.
I won't make everything by hand.
I'll ask.
Will you
I'll ask Renee to do it for me. Renee will plan everything.
I got
and
it.
Christina will do your favors.
There you go.
Me and Lena
would you do Renee's wedding?
Would I do Renee's wedding?
Yeah.
Would I do Renee's wedding?
Yeah, would you plan it?
We're already talking about this. You don't supposed to know about it.
See, that's
We already got all
if
the
she
color
says yes,
schemes.
that's love. She loves you.
We already got all the color schemes and everything going.
Can I have your ring?
This one?
Yeah.
It moves. Look at. Wow, 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 wow.
Oh, cute.
I need that ring.
Wow,
I thought you were talking about my ring. I'm like, I'm not even wearing my ring.
wow.
Okay, Trisha, you sit on her and I'll pull it off.
I can definitely sit on her, but
Oh God,
I don't know if
yes.
you guys want to be in the room for that.
No.
I like it that way, girl.
I'm gonna sit on your lap and eat
When you
pizza.
sit on her, Trisha.
I'm gonna sit on her lap and eat pizza like I do Michael May.
Hey, is Michael May in the house tonight? Where is he?
I don't know. He's been quiet lately.
Michael?
Yes.
Michael,
What
where are you?
about Kirk? Oh God, yes. What
Oh,
about
Kirk
Kirk?
hasn't said anything. I think he broke up with you.
No. I ain't gonna. No. That ain't gonna happen.
Well, if he hasn't said anything, then he's not here.
That's it.
Oh no,
Kirk,
Lena, we may have to fight over him because
Oh girl,
Kirk.
don't make my nails come out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I got this. What? What you say? What you say? What?
We will fight.
What?
Fight over you. Okay.
What?
Come on.
Girl.
Serious.
If I had my hair extensions on, I would have pulled those off too. Mm-hmm.
Don't be pulling off those eyelashes.
Oh, don't make me pull off my eyelashes.
No,
Don't make me pull my eyelashes off. I can do it.
Don Dominguez says, anything for Selena's. And my mom says, thank you.
Let me just say the thing that Lena can do with those eyelashes. Let's just keep it at that.
Oh, what
they
could
could
I don't know.
They could tickle you in lots of places.
Oh, naughty.
Renee is waiting. She's waiting. She's very excited over there.
Hey, Renee got her little, yeah.
Is that true, Renee? Is that true? Is she sending you a little, yeah?
No.
Oh, you got called out, Lena.
I don't know.
She don't want to get you guys. She don't want to get you guys jealous.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh.
Where is it?
She's
I don't have it.
so cute.
She's like, I'm confused. You bitches are confusing me. What?
Well, next week we have Don Dominguez. Is that next week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, next week we have Don Dominguez on the show, and we're going to talk about the easy way out of losing weight, which is, of course, having weight loss surgery, because it's all fun and games here, as you can see tonight.
Am I coming back next week too, right?
Yes. Nirvana will be back, God willing. Hopefully she'll be better.
You know what, Renee? You are one greedy girl. You took the easy way out 3 times. You greedy girl. You greedy.
3 times.
I know.
Easy way out.
Yet I still weigh over 300 pounds, bitches.
But you're coasting through that weight loss over there, you know, taking it easy.
Yeah.
Well, when you lose your 100 pounds, we are going to celebrate.
Thanks.
I will sing for you.
Okay.
I'll do the sing. What the hell? I'll do a Britney Spears dance for you. How's that?
Will you wear latex while doing that?
Yeah, I need to fit me. How about duct tape?
How about colored saran wrap?
Sure.
Think about
If
it.
you can find, you're gonna have to like go and get the like industrial roll.
Hey, bubble wrap.
Oh, baby, we can make it happen. And when
Have colored bubble wrap?
when I walk, it pops. Like whenever the fat people wear what's that? Corduroy. And it's like, you know what's up.
The funny thing is that
Up in here all.
we all know that feeling. So
No. You guys want to know something funny? So one of my coworkers, she's all like, my pants are so worn down from the middle of my legs. She has like thick legs. She has such a cute body, like the perfect little chunky body, right? Mm-hmm. So she's like, you don't have that problem? I'm like, no. And my coworkers all turn around looking at me like, bitch, how you don't have that problem? I said, bitches, I don't have that problem. My pants don't get worn down from the middle of my legs. And they're looking at me like, really? I'm like, yeah, my legs are so fat that they just stay like that and they don't move. That's why they don't get worn down. These chicks are so
they
fat.
don't move.
They don't have time. They don't have space to do that. They're just like.
And also because you paint them on. You paint those pants on.
Hell yeah, I do.
She's like, y'all got a paintbrush or some spray paint because I'm going to need to get some pants on.
That's right. And
my feet move. Like, my legs don't even move. It's just my feet. So I'm like,
like a little penguin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they were looking at me all crazy when I said the mines don't get worn down from the middle. Like they all turn around and were like. I was all like,
No, they don't.
I think
I
they
was all
call
like,
you
my
fat.
shits are so fat that they don't even rub. They're
I
just
think
stuck
you're-
right there. They're just
Secretly-
stuck.
I'd be like, are y'all calling me fat? What the fuck, bitches?
It's a true story, people. It's a true
Christina's still
story.
thinking about pudding over there. I don't know.
Oh, that's right.
She's thinking about dulce de leche pudding.
That
I'm
would
just thinking about the
be
popsicles
diet.
in your freezer with the freezer burn on it. I'm like, ooh, gooey popsicles.
My 1 year old sugar-free popsicles.
Tell me I wouldn't eat those things. Tell me. Mom.
Ugh, all chewy, gooey, frosty.
Frosty. Don't say frosty.
Mine.
Trisha wants a. Do you want a cupcake? Remember that?
Hell
big-
yeah.
That cupcake you sent me a picture or you tagged me. It was that big cupcake on top of that building.
Mhm.
She was up there licking it, trying to eat
I
it.
heard somebody for a cupcake right about now.
Renee, what is the one thing you missed right now that you're not able to keep anything down? What is the one food you miss?
Food, all of it.
Mhm.
I don't really have one thing in particular that I miss. I have like that weird aversion right now to food because it makes me hurt. So,
Yeah.
I do love ice cream.
Mm.
I love me some ice cream.
I love me some ice cream too. I love me some
Me
everything.
too.
That's
Me too.
That's why
Yeah,
I
clearly.
accomplished this.
It was good. It was good. Definitely a positive body. I don't know. Carbs probably right now.
Okay, I'm just saying, when you come visit me, you better not start licking me because.
Whoa.
Wait a minute here. Where did we go?
Well, let me just say something. Let me just say something that'll never come out my
That
mouth.
wasn't me.
That'll never come out my mouth. You
I meant my
lick me.
arm or.
Oh God,
Oh,
yeah.
now she's got to cover her tracks.
I do. That's not what I meant, sickos.
There you go. Yeah, nothing to say to that besides
I'm sorry, Lena. What was that you said? That what? That would never what?
I said. She said whenever she goes over there to not lick her, I said that would never come out my mouth. I would never say don't lick me. No.
Oh man. All right. Well, we're gonna wrap this. I don't know how it turned into lesbian talk, but it always does. I keep joking that we're gonna change the L in Pretty Losers. So.
Pretty lesbos.
That's right, baby. All of our hits just went. Pew! No.
All of a sudden, we have like how many subscribers? Like 2 or 3 times as many.
Gonna be like, oh shit! I didn't know Selena's was be on the show tonight.
Renee, is there any words you want to say to close tonight's show?
Just like I said earlier, if you're hurting or anything, just go see your doctor. Don't ever doubt your body. I think that's really important to be your own advocate.
Definitely.
Do it. If something's not right and you don't feel like it's right, it's probably not right.
Yeah. Well, we would love to have you back on the show in a couple of months to follow up on you and see how your pouchy wouchy has healed and how everything's going for you.
Sounds good.
Do you have a name for your pouch? I know a lot of people name their pouch.
No, I don't feel like it's a pouch. It's still your stomach. So that's what I get weird about. Because people are like, oh, my pouch. I'm like, ah, it's my stomach. Still my stomach.
So do you have a name for it, like asshole or?
I say asshole a lot to a lot of things, so that's a good one.
Yeah. Well, we will call. We will be getting you on the show again to check out your asshole.
Ooh, God, yes.
Lena needs to go upstairs and see me, Ray. Midday.
He's gonna be happy tonight.
Oh,
He usually gets it really good on Tuesdays after I get off with you guys.
You better hide all the doorknobs. All right, we're gonna end this on that. I just made myself blush. Woo! All right, well, we'll see you guys next week, and we love you guys.
Bye.
Tina, you were such a dirty little girl.
Bye, my pretty little losers. Bye.